World number 49 Eala downs Vekic again at Kooyong Classic ahead of Australian Open. After reaching a career-high world ranking of number 49, Eala continued her strong start to the season, defeating Croatia's Dana Vekic 6-3, 6-4 at the Kooyong Classic in Melbourne, Australia, January 14. The win marked Eala's second straight triumph over Vekic in just over a week. The two first met at the ASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand, where the 20-year-old Filipina rallied for a three-set win in the opening round on January 6. Her Kooyong Classic appearance follows a semi-final run at the WTA 250 ASB Classic, where she fell in 3 sets to China's Wang Xinyu. That performance helped Eala achieve her career-high ranking. While the Kooyong Classic is an exhibition event and carries no ranking points, it served as Eala's final preparation ahead of the Australian Open main draw, set to run from January 18 to February 1. With back-to-back wins over a proven tour veteran and momentum building early in the year, Eala heads to Melbourne Park confident and ready to test herself on the Grand Slam stage. A new chapter in history. World number 49 Eala downs Vekic again at the Kooyong Classic ahead of the Australian Open. In the lush green embrace of Melbourne's Kooyong Lawn Tennis Club, a historic temple of tennis that once reverberated with the echoes of Rod Laver, Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley and John Newcombe, a new story began to take shape. On a balmy Wednesday afternoon in early January 2026, the spotlight found its way to a young woman from the Philippines, poised between power and grace, calm yet ferocious in ambition. Her name? Alexandra Eala, the 20-year-old world number 49 whose tennis journey this year has suddenly become one of the sport's most captivating narratives. The build-up, from Auckland momentum to Kooyong glory. Eala entered the 2026 season riding a wave of confidence. A semi-final appearance at the ASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand, where she battled to a 3-set win over seasoned Croatian star Dana Vekic only days earlier, had already signaled that this was not a passing moment. It was a declaration. But Kooyong presented a unique challenge and opportunity. It wasn't a regular WTA stop bustling with ranking points. It was an exhibition event, a revered showcase designed to sharpen competitors' blades just before the first Grand Slam of the year. Every point still mattered. Every rally tested the physical and mental readiness of those on court. For Eala, this wasn't simply a warm-up, it was a proving ground. And for spectators, especially the growing and deeply passionate Filipino contingent, Kooyong became more than a match. It was a chance to witness history in the making. A duel renewed, Eala versus Vekic, the second act. The scoreboard would read 6-3, 6-4 in favor of Eala, but that final tally belied the ebb and flow of high-intensity drama that unfolded across the grass courts. In the first set, Eala found herself trailing early. A whispered tension rose in the stands as Vekic, a Paris 2024 Olympic silver medalist and former world top 20 competitor, seized an early lead. Yet, in that pause between the first breaths of the match and the first break point, something clicked. Eala, world number 49 and fresh off her career-best ranking milestone, steadied her footing. She wrested control by conjuring a series of intelligent ground strokes and audacious angles that unsettled Vekic's rhythm. It was not just power playing, it was strategic poise. Eala built momentum, weaving pressure and precision into each point. Before long, she was leading 4-2. And then 5-3. The first set closed with an ace, a signature note of command that seemed to echo her rising confidence on Australian soil. The second set brought fresh intensity from Vekic, who fought tooth and nail to stay in the match. But Eala's mental clarity shone through. She went toe-to-toe with Vekic, conceding only what was necessary to keep battle alive before seizing the initiative again, dismantling the Croatians' serve games with carefully crafted returns and fearless ground strokes that carried the weight of belief. More than a match, the rise of a global star. What made this victory significant was not merely the win itself. Though a straight-set triumph over a player of Vekic's caliber is no small feat, but the story it told about Eala's evolution. Over the last several years, she has steadily climbed through the ranks, refining every part of her game. To reach number 49, a new career high, signifies both technical skill and an unshakable psychological growth, qualities that are now demanded at the very top of world tennis. For fans of the sport, especially followers of Asian and Filipino tennis, this was a moment of collective pride. It broke through barriers of geography and expectation. It resounded as a reminder that the global game is changing, opening its courts to new champions whose stories splash vibrant color across the usually monochrome narratives of the tennis elite. At Kooyong, the crowd wasn't just watching a match, they were witnessing the graduation of a young phenom into the world spotlight. The crowd and the moment. The energy of the crowd at Kooyong, particularly the passionate Filipino supporters, became a character in its own right. Their presence not only filled the stands with rhythmic chants and heartfelt cheers, but it also seemed to affect the very momentum of the match. Even Vekic, with her respect for the sport's traditions and sportsmanship, acknowledged the support that followed Eala around the court. And it was not just about national loyalty, it was about celebrating an athlete on the ascent, demonstrating resilience, individuality, and a capacity to thrive under pressure, traits that have increasingly become the signature of Alex's game. Kooyong's symbolic weight. The Kooyong Classic may not be a grand slam, but its legacy in Australian tennis is profound. For decades, Kooyong was the official site of the Australian Open, hosting legendary battles before the tournament migrated to the sprawling Melbourne Park. Today, it serves as a ceremonial gateway, a final test of grit and readiness before the Grand Slam grind. To lift the Yvonne Goolagong Cawley Trophy, an honor Eala earned after her win, is to be woven into that history, acknowledged as part of a lineage that honors excellence, flair, and the courage to dream. For a young woman who once dominated junior competitions and now competes among the sport's elite, this moment represents not just a victory, but a symbol of transition, from ambitious contender to respected contender. Australian Open, a new frontier. All eyes now turn to the 2026 Australian Open, where Eala will embark on her first main draw campaign, having earned direct entry through her top 50 ranking. She is scheduled to face American Alicia Parks, a formidable opponent with a powerful serve and no shortage of experience on tennis's biggest stages. That match will be a test of fire, the kind that measures not just technique, but heart. Eala's Kooyong Classic performance, particularly this second win over Vekic, offers more than confidence. It offers a blueprint for how she thrives under the spotlight. She has weathered adversity, rallied from behind, neutralized experience with youth tempered by wisdom, and captured the essence of her growing capacity to shine in tight moments.